Hello and welcome to another edition of Motor Cars Enthusiasts. Right off the bat on the old show today, Mary Barra. Mary Barra is the CEO of General Motors. And she came out over the past several days and actually made an announcement over the ignition switch issue that General Motors has been highly in the news about. And this particular deal deals with a little bit of smackdown as far as laying down the law to some people who may have been involved in this particular situation and may have been at fault for this particular deal. Now, 5 employees have been disciplined and are on paid leave for a bit, but another 15, including a lot of them being executives, have been given pink slips or they have been fired from the organization. Now, General Motors is working very hard to try to get to the bottom of this because they've still got a lot more stuff to stand in front of the U.S. government to try to figure out what exactly went down in this whole situation back in the late 2000s. Now, not to mention this, there's also a huge compensation package that's being put together as we speak for all the families who've been affected by this terrible incident that was these ignition issues. So we'll keep you in tune to what comes of this deal as it comes out, so I'm sure there'll be more news coming shortly. Next up on the list, well, we all know the Porsche Macan is coming very, very soon, and will be the first Porsche in a long, long time to have a 4-cylinder power plant as its base model engine. Well, Porsche's actually been in developments of building some brand new 4-cylinder technology, all of these being turbocharged, and it came to light over the past several days. It's been long rumored there's been some sports cars been tested with this 4-cylinder technology. Now, the first one is a 1.6 liter turbocharged 4, is supposedly going to put out 210 brake horsepower. This motor has actually already been canceled, if you believe who you can believe, because supposedly Porsche's been wildly working on a brand new baby Boxster, if you will, a smaller entry-level version of the Porsche Boxster. And this vehicle was supposed to get this 1.6 liter unit. A lot of people say that this has already been axed and then Porsche's not going to build this car. Some people say they are. You can believe whatever you can believe. It'll come out shortly whether this vehicle has actually been canceled or not. But a couple of the other models come out, and they'll be coming out also in the brand new Boxster. One of them being a 2-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder, putting out 286 brake horsepower and 295 pounds-feet of torque. There's also a 2.5-liter, which not only will come in the Boxster, but will come in the New Cayman as well. And it's 2.5 liters in displacement, making 360 brake horsepower and 347 pounds-feet of torque. Now, there's no real timetable for where these engines will actually end up in these models. There's a lot of talk that it will happen way before the end of the decade. We'll keep you in tune when we find out more about this and maybe more about what official pricing will be on a 4-cylinder. And gosh, who was saying it? Was it the 914 was the last Porsche that actually had a mid-engine 4-cylinder engine? So it's been quite some time. Good night. That car was built, I think, in the 70s. So it's been a while. Next up on the list, well, this particular teaser photo has been hitting all over the interwebs. A couple of teaser videos are actually out as we speak as well, as apparently this is going to be Nissan's brand new, if you believe it, Frontier. But we'll know a lot more coming up on June 11th of the year of 2014. So we'll know a whole lot more about what exactly this deal is. I kind of like the way Nissan does this type of stuff with the big tarp deal. They've done this with a couple of extra models as well, so we'll keep you in tune to what comes of this in the future. And next up on the list, one of the last videos that I actually shot, I talked about the Isle of Man TT 4-wheel record. And I actually gave credit to the wrong Higgins. It wasn't David Higgins, it was Mark Higgins here. Mark Higgins actually set the first 4-wheel record with Subaru, and now he's set the second record now, the beating record with the all-new WRX. David Higgins he actually races in the World Rally or Rally America here in the United States, so got the two of them mixed up. Very, very sorry about the mix-up as well. And while I'm on the apology train, I've got an apology to a certain fellow who I don't know who it is, Well, I actually got in a little bit of an argument over the old interwebs about the actual rear taillights on the McLaren P1. When the vehicle first started testing, these particular taillights started showing up on the test models. I made the remark that they were going to have to change these because the actual tail lights that were actually following the contours of the rear of the automobile weren't actually going to be legally feasible to actually run all around the world. I had a viewer come out and say, oh yeah, they are definitely legal. I don't know if we actually went to blows over the interwebs or not. I think I just may have quietly said to myself, I think I know what I'm talking about. And I did not. So they actually did come out with the actual taillight package that was shown off on the concept car. So I'm sorry to whoever I got into blows with, and I don't think the deal was very heated in the first place anyway, but a long overdue apology on the back half of this apology show, apparently. So, and that's all there was that I thought was worth talking about for this edition of Motor Cars Enthusiasts. If you want to jump on over to the Facebook page and like us over there, we'd appreciate it. You can see all the stuff we put up every day. There's a lot of automotive pornography that's showing off over there, if you will. So, also, if you want to subscribe to the channel, you can do so at any time and get the first dibs on the brand new shows as soon as they come out. I thank you for watching, and we'll see you again real soon.